Hey everybody, welcome to Saturday Night Hockey Talk. So let's see who's here. We got 2 people in the room already. Well, that's pretty good. So crazy week. I don't know, do the weeks get crazier as they go along or what? I don't know. It's just a crazy week of demonstrations and police brutality and all kinds of stuff that we've been watching. I'm sure everyone's been watching the same things I've been watching. Nolan, hey, Slapshot Hockey, how's it going? You're bored. Well, hey, how it jumped to 9 people already. Ryan T, how's it going? How's Nashville doing? NHL Hockey News. I just saw your new video as I'm preparing to go on, so I didn't watch it yet, but I saw it up there. Lee Max, my 2 members are here. All right. So Lee and NHL Hockey News are my first 2 members in the membership. If anybody else wants to join up, just hit the join button, and everything's all laid out there. I'm sure everyone knows what memberships are. Well, NHL, don't say that. I don't know. It could be very boring tonight. I hope I'm not, but you never know. So, yeah, I hope everyone's okay. Everyone's doing good. I know Ryan is in the States. I don't know who else is in the States, but I really hope you're staying away from all the bad stuff that's going on down there. I mean, I'm for the protesters. There's no doubt. Just all the bad stuff. Oh, by the way, you guys, the members, I noticed the very first members video I put up. I don't know if you, I might have to repost. I think you can only find it if I post it in the community tab, which I did, but you might have to look in the community tab. There's a video you guys haven't checked out yet. There's 3 videos all told on the members side. So I am making videos for members only. I mean, I'm having fun with those right now until there's a lot more members. Well, a lot more. When there's more members, I'll get more serious videos. They're fun videos right now, I think. So that's what's going on there. So I hope everybody's doing well. Let's see what Ryan said because I asked him a question. I can't wait to finally watch some real hockey. This is going to be an interesting playoffs. Yeah, if we get that far. Remember, we're not there yet. Still not there yet. We're still phase 2 just starting on Monday. So there should be about a month of that. And if all goes well with phase 2, phase 3 will come off. They're still working out roster size for phase 3 and 4. So what the roster sizes will be, it won't matter as much in camp, but it's going to definitely be important for if they get to the actual play. And let's see why this was held. Should I don't know. Michael Scores, you said it hid your comment. I don't know why. There's no comment there, so I don't know why it did. Fedge. Manta for Primo. Fedge, hey. Thanks a lot, buddy. I really do appreciate that. Jeff, then he just took a super chat. Manta for Primo. Manta for Primo. Well, okay, he's wasn't that last live stream you got me on that one? But it looks like they're going to re-sign Manta. That's what they say. I don't know if Manta's going to be available, unfortunately. You made a really good point for it, and I agreed that I would probably do it. Manta for Primo, but it doesn't look like it. I was reading today. It looks like Manta's going to get re-signed. It definitely looks like that. Wait, I want to go back and see if I missed. There was something. Yeah, Ryan T's from Nashville, and he's saying they're protesting down there. Courthouse on fire. Yikes. Oh, the Domi comment. Rick, have you heard that Domi might not be able to play because of his diabetes? Yes, I've actually talked about this in a few videos. I've actually gotten a little bit of flack about me saying that I fully don't expect Max Domi to play. So everybody with, I don't think, let me restate this. Everybody who really thinks Montreal will beat Pittsburgh, I think you have to temper that with the fact that I don't think Domi's going to play. That's going to leave a huge hole down the center. I don't know if they can fill that. So we'll have to see, but I don't see him playing. Capo Caco has the same problem. I know two other players have. I know there's another player, one on Tampa Bay, not Corey Conacher. He's got an underlying respiratory condition. There's another player. I didn't hear what the name was. He also does. There's players that are going to be concerned about not wanting to take the risk of giving this to anybody in their family. Nolan, absolutely. I'll be here for an hour and a half, so don't worry. So there's that. I don't think anybody's forced to play. I know the players with underlying conditions. Why would they want to play if that could affect them? And remember, you don't know. Like if you get it, sure they're young, blah blah blah. They'll be able to get through it. But what they're finding is a lot of people who've had it, they're not the same fully after. They're having more lung issues and stuff like that. And a hockey player, it could ruin his career if he gets it, and then he has breathing issues after. So when you already have an underlying condition, I wouldn't play. So I really don't think he'll play. So when anybody's thinking about what are Montreal's chances against Pittsburgh, well, they're lowered by a good bit, I think. NHL Hockey News is going to do his mock draft lottery video. Check it out soon today, later or tomorrow will be posted. So everybody check that out. He's going to do a mock draft. I'm curious now, NHL, are you doing just the 7 picks that we know are going to, like, we don't know how it's going to work out. See, I want to do another mock draft as well, but I'm waiting till the lottery. Because at least at the lottery, we can have an idea and at least maybe do the top 7, or we'll have more of an idea. It's going to be difficult. And any prediction videos, they announced it, I guess, did I put it in yesterday's video? They announced it, they're not doing brackets. They're reseeding after every round. So if you're doing a prediction video like I did already, it's kind of null and void completely because they're not doing brackets. So every round, you don't really know ahead of time who they could possibly play. So it's really hard to start predicting. At least it's above my pay grade to go in and think that deeply of who might. It's hard. So, but they've decided no brackets, and it's going by reseeding every round. So the good thing from that is we're going to see matchups we either haven't seen in years, maybe never have seen before, or just don't generally see anymore. Okay, I scrolled up because I wanted to see that comment. I don't want to miss anything per se. But if I miss anything, you can either do like Jeff did, Fedge, take a super chat or a super sticker, or just repost it and I'll get to it. So I'm down at the bottom. If I missed anybody's comment, I'm really sorry. There was one for Fedge, but he gave me a super chat, so I'm going to scroll up just for his comment. Sorry. I expect him to play if they make a serious run. I don't think he plays in the best of 5. Yeah, you know what? You might be right there that he could take the first round, the qualifying round out. If they make it, then he could decide how it's gone, whether he feels safer or not, and he might play if they make the actual playoffs. So, yeah, that's a good point. Is that Geordie goalie? How do you pronounce that? Geordie or Gordy goalie? Because I don't know. I'm going to say Geordie because it's G-E-O-R. Geordie goalie, who we spoke in comments earlier. Was it yesterday, I guess? So let me get your comment. How's it going? I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great. He's in England, by the way. That's right. Which is awful. I love it. I'm getting used to it now when people are from like that far away, but it's always cool to have, especially England. I love England. I just watched The Last Kingdom. I binged all 4 seasons. I really loved it, but I love that medieval England era for movies and for books and stuff. But I like that kind of stuff. So, let me see. Do I think the Habs will beat the Penguins? I don't, and I mostly don't because of Domi not going to be there. I'm convinced that he's not going to be there, so I don't. What does it mean to reseed? Well, it means that every round. So they're going to go, instead of by the brackets, they're going to go for best to worst. So in the opening qualifying round, in the opening round of the playoffs, after the qualifying round, It'll be, I believe, by conferences first. So first plays 8th, second plays 7th, third plays 6th, and fourth plays 5th. Then after that opening round, the next round, they'll do the same thing because then it'll be the whole league. First plays 8th, but you don't know who it's going to be. And then the following one will be first, fourth, second, third, and then you have the finals. So the thing is, you can't predict very far in advance who the matchups are going to be, which really is, to me, I think that's going to be kind of more exciting because you're going to see matchups we haven't seen in a long time or ever. What happens if Austin Matthews gets the virus? Like anybody else, I don't like the guy, but I hope he doesn't. I hope nobody does. I don't feel bad enough about the guy that I would wish him to get that. Remember, he's a professional athlete. His health could be compromised for the rest of his life if he gets it, even though he recovers. No, I wouldn't even wish it on Austin Matthews. So I guess if one player gets it. Okay, so I'm going to miss a bunch of comments here, I'm sure. I'm sorry. Just repost them, or like I said, super chat. This is from what I understand. They're going to test every night. Everybody, players, staff, they're getting tested every night. By the morning, they will have the results. Players have to report in how they feel, and based on the results, whether you can play again. If they find somebody is tested positive, they're going to be quarantined. I don't know if that everybody who's been in contact, because they've all been in contact, and I don't think they're going to remove everybody, and just so hopefully it doesn't get out of hand. I think they're kind of counting on the fact that they won't get multiple positive tests, if any. I don't know. It's literally an experiment, really, a lot of it. So I don't know. I don't know what happens. So we'll see what happens if somebody does test positive. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I'm going to call you GG then, because I don't know. I pronounced something wrong. You've got to sort of spell it out phonetically for me so I get it right. Blackhawks versus Oilers. You know what? It can go either way. It really can. I personally think the Oilers are going to do really well. I think it's time for McDavid to step up. He's going to be one of the best players ever in the game. He's going to have to show it this year. But the Blackhawks have some really good experience, some really good talent. If those guys can kind of reach back, grab some of their youth and the magic that won them Stanley Cups, they could beat them in that series. So I've picked the Oilers, but I think the Blackhawks could surprise. Now, we just had a kid that trains with my daughter drafted to the Screaming Eagles today. Hey, awesome. That's really cool. That's right. Yeah, Jeff's daughter, Fedge is Jeff. It's a funny story how that became, but Fedge is Jeff. His daughter is a goaltender. She trains with an ex-NHL player, and I think one day we might see Jeff's daughter. Who knows where women's hockey will be, but I mean, maybe playing for the country. If not for, I don't know what leagues are going to pop up for girls. I hope leagues do. I hope that goes really in the right direction, because women, the last Olympics that I watched the women's hockey, I enjoyed that a lot. So I hope that goes farther. But I could see Jeff's daughter being in the Olympics one day. She keeps that up, training with quality training and all that. Yeah. Wait, I lost my place. I wish there would be fighting. No, you can't have fighting. Checking is going to be limited. Even I think some of it. I'm not sure. There won't be a ton of contact. Jeff is saying Oilers can't trust Crawford. I would tend to agree on. I picked Oilers, but I also think McDavid's really got to step up here. It's time for him to almost. I mean, he's got Draisaitl with him. The two of them, they got to pull that team along with them. What player, NHL's asking, what player should he do tomorrow on my favorite play? Did Suzuki, Kincaid, Bobby Ryan for all 31 teams? Yeah, do a player from each 31 teams. That's what you should do. Make it a series. Do a play from whatever player you like or whatever play you like but one from each team. That's what I would do. If I don't do all the NHL, but you do, and you should do that. That's my suggestion. Oh boy, you want to give me to give you a player? Okay, let me give you a player from another team that I would like to see you do. I don't. You know what? I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you a Kale McCarr from the Avs. I don't know any specific play. Honestly, I don't. But he must have had a few. So Kale McCarr from the Avs. That's my pick. Who's the player? I live in Cape Breton and go to games. Oh, okay. Now I get you. I thought you were not making sense. That's for Fedge to answer. Slapshot. NHL Hockey News. It's on Brendan Gallagher. Hey, I already picked, though. I already picked Cale McCarr. Oilers win the cup this time off is really going to help them with the tight rules. McDavid won't be touched. This is true. And listen, a lot of the small guys, too, it's going to, with these kind of rules, it's going to open up the ice a bit, and it's going to be very exciting. I think this is, anybody could really, literally anybody could win the cup with this kind of open play, I think. McCarr. Well, I see. I get it. It's going to be McCarr. All right. I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of looking forward to it, hey, that I went through all the comments. I'm going to have to go back a little bit and see what I missed. Let me see. Oh, I seem to have answered. Okay, I need new info or new questions here. Okay, so let me think of something to talk about then, eh? So I did that. I just did a news of the day video. I don't know if anybody saw it yet. It wasn't a ton of news of the day, but it was about various things. Some of the politics, some of the NFL story. Did you guys see the what Drew Brees said? And then today I don't know who turned him around on his thoughts. I guess everybody's seen that Drew Brees came out and said because his grandfather and his father both served in the military, that he doesn't like when anybody respects the military or the flag. And it's basically talking about Kaepernick and his taking the knee and all that. So he's ill-informed because that's not what that's about. It's about racial injustice and all those things that are not about the flag or the troops at all. So today he tweets at, I like to call him Donnie Donuts, President Pumpkinhead. He tweets at him that he actually understands it now. He had misunderstood and trying to explain it to the president what it's all about. So I thought that was funny. So I did that story about that, and the NFL came out with a bullshit statement about how they've always wanted to let the players express themselves and blah blah blah, and bullshit, like we believe. That was in this thing. That was my news of the day. So look for it. News of the day video's out. It's the only video I put out today so far. Which usually, since I'm finishing at 9:30, I probably won't put out another video today. I'll probably work on video for tomorrow, but I won't put out another one today. So let's see now. We got some more stuff. Let's see. Dave Anthony, how's it going, buddy? I think the Blackhawks will upset the Oilers. Crawford will be healthy. Listen, I really personally think it'll be the Oilers, and I said this I did a video about 5 teams that I think could surprise, and one of them is, I think it was breakout players, and I gave the veterans from the Blackhawks, because I think the Blackhawks, those guys really, and Crawford, Keith, Taves, and Kane, those guys have the ability to, especially in a short series of 5 games, they have the ability to win a series. So, yeah. So I think, you can pick either side, but I personally think it'll be the Oilers. But, Malkin is definitely better when Crosby's injured. Probably he is a little bit, I guess. I don't know, but I'd still rather have both of them healthy if I were Pittsburgh. That's for sure. And listen, look at the firepower. You take away Max Domi from the center, so we have a bigger hole. They've got those 2 guys down the middle. I mean, I don't see how we compete. How And then again, I've seen stranger things happen. So I don't feel we'll beat Pittsburgh, but if they do, I would not be shocked because I've seen things like that happen. A lot of times when a good team is down, if they have the ability to step up, and they do, they can win. Lucas Canning from pick 2. Oh, that's the pick. What did Drew Brees say? Okay, if you didn't just hear me, but he was talking about how his father and grandfather were in the military, and he doesn't like when anybody or stand behind anybody who disrespects the flag or the troops. Blah blah blah. Not understanding what Kaepernick is doing with the taking the knee, what that all means, So then he tweeted at Trump about his new understanding of it, because he took a lot of heat about it. So whether it's an honest understanding or he's just trying to deflect the heat, I don't know. I couldn't really tell you. I find it hard to believe a guy like Drew Brees doesn't understand the real meaning of the taking the knee, what it's all about. I don't see how that could be, but that's what he says. See, I think Raymond, Lundell, and Holtz will drop in 2020 draft. Honestly, though, I have a feeling it'll be Rossi, a la Caulfield last year, because of his size, but I could be wrong. I think he might be right on Lundell. Raymond and Holtz, I don't know. I don't think all of them will drop, but I think Rossi for his size, and Lundell because he may be overrated, but I could be wrong on that. Jay, how's it going, buddy? Do I think it's possible that the NHL season starting in January could become the new normal? They're talking about it. It seems like that's becoming a conversation. I was just arguing with my buddy Pat about this whole thing, and yeah, it seems like it would suit them better. I mean, I've never really heard this before, but that if they would start in January, and it's true, they would avoid most of the NFL stuff and the baseball, the playoffs, the divisional series, and then the World Series, and it would, and they could play into the summer, and it wouldn't really be affected by any other major sport. Although I hear basketball's talking about the same thing, so yeah, it could be. I think it definitely could be for the next 2-3 seasons as the league catches back up, to it. So I don't know. It's what the talk is right now. Dave Anthony, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Trump 2020. I hope you're joking, but listen, you're allowed your own ideologies. That's for sure. I prefer if you're a Trump supporter, we don't talk about it. I prefer that. Yeah, but thank you. Appreciate that. I really do. If you had a question, I'd be happy to answer yours. Definitely. I'm happy to anyway. I just see your thing that Breeze might have got shamed into it. I think he did, but he put it out. But I mean, I think so because I don't see how he didn't already know this. So to come out and say now I see the light kind of thing, I don't know. So we'll see. Michael scores. I like Squidward. SpongeBob SquarePants. NHL Hockey News maybe agrees with me on the Rossi. Too true. I think it's for me. I see Rossi possibly dropping. It's kind of why Rossi might actually get picked by Montreal. And honestly, he's a little bigger than Caulfield. He's got amazing skill. You never know. Montreal might end up with 2 smaller guys in the 2 drafts, but the skill level is amazing. No politics tonight. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you, Jeff, at all. So yeah, no, we'll try not to do any politics. It might be the odd little thing here and there, but in general, no politics. We got plenty of hockey talk to talk about. NHL, I think Ducks should draft Lundell, Zegras, top goal scorer at center, and then Lundell, defensive center. Good idea. What I don't wait now. The Ducks are drafting at 10. Am I wrong? Is it somewhere there? I think Lundell will go somewhere. I think somewhere around 10 to 14, 15, somewhere in the top. Yeah, 10 to 15. I would think anyway. Michael scored. Let's go. Go Habs, go. Owen York, your live chat is not updating. I can't see the new comments. It's possible, Owen, that it's your internet? Because I'm almost out of comments right now, but I mean, I think I'm getting all the new ones. Dave, you made your political statement for the night? All right, let's leave it at that for politics. Oh, okay. I didn't know you wanted to promote that, but yes, Jeff's daughter has a video she put out to help inspire other girls her age, especially that are playing hockey, that she's still training hard and working towards her goal. And she did a video that's really cool. I think I really enjoyed it. It's not long. It's a couple of minutes. I think Jeff edited it. He said his editing skills were good. I thought it was really good. And yeah, check that out. Jeff, you got to give them the. You should put a link here. I won't call it for spelling if you can, because sometimes if you type it in, it could be hard to find, even with the name of the thing. But if you put a link, people can click on it. So, but everyone, check out Jeff's daughter, Laylee. She's going to be maybe an NHLer one day. Maybe by then they'll have girls in there. And goalie could be the first position a girl can play in the NHL. Feel bad for ECHL teams right now. I do too. I don't know. Their future is kind of up, and even the AHL teams are. I mean, the future is up in doubt right now. I think it's why it's possibly really important when everyone says that the NHL is only doing this for money, and money is a big part of it, without a doubt. Probably by far the biggest part. But I think some of it is how could they survive, and all the minor leagues below them, how are they going to survive? Like, this might help figure out how to go forward. All right, Owen, it's probably lagging on your side, your internet, probably, because it seems I'm pretty smooth. I'm plugged in anyway. I've got pretty fast internet, so I should be good. Dave Anthony looks like a tomato. Okay, I don't know what Dave Anthony looks like. I'm sure he does not look like a tomato. I'm positive of that. And I'm assuming Dave Anthony is from Chicago area. He's got White Sox avatar, is that what they call that for your picture? And wanting the Hawks to win. In case you don't know, my very first favorite hockey player of all time was Tony Esposito when I was a wee young lad. So yeah, my first favorite team was the Chicago Blackhawks. It didn't last all that long because I discovered the Canadians, but Tony Esposito is still one of my favorite goalies of all time. If you're not a member of Talking Habs, highly recommend. Oh, I appreciate that, NHL. I appreciate that. Anthony Manzano. I don't know why I say R all the time. If my Panthers pick in the top 10, not necessarily in the top 5, what forward or defenseman should we pick? Oh, who did I give them? I don't remember. You know what? I'll tell you this. I think anybody in the top 10, I think you go with the best player available because they're all good. I think you've legitimately got at least 10 really good players to pick from. So no matter how what's the word I'm looking for? How it turns out, you go with the best player available, and I think you do well that way. So yeah, and in general, when you're picking draft picks, you should always go with best player available. You end up doing better that way, unless there's a guy. Well, but if the guy is like a Lafreniere who's going to make it right away, I mean, so he's the best player available, and you go with that. So I don't know. I don't know if I could really answer that well, except to say best player available. I know we're having high winds here, but it seems okay. I don't know if it's on my side, you guys, for lagging, but it could be your internet there lagging. It happens, but sorry about that. If it's on my side, I apologize. Not much I can do. No off-season goalie girls rule. I don't know what you mean by that, Jeff. No, not now. Don't think any minor leagues are making money. No, well, they're not because they work by the minors. Like even you don't have to go far. The AHL, they're gate driven, mainly gate driven, which means they need the people in the stands paying the tickets and concessions and all that kind of stuff that you get from a crowd being there. Without that, it could be. It's going to be close. I mean, I don't know where they're going to go till they can get stands and the fans. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be for the minor league teams. And that's, like I said, AHL, which is just one step down. So they're not making money. Definitely not making money right now. Really want our Junior A Pictou County. Oh, I scrolled and then I lost it. What the hell? There it is. Pictou County Crushers team to be able to play this fall. 3 players got drafted to the QJHL today. Excuse me. That's pretty awesome. I hope they will be able to. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's far enough away that things could be really different in a few months. And like either way, we don't know. What day, time of the week is the members only live stream next week? It's going to be Wednesday because I'm doing Saturday. I'd like to do it Wednesday. How about this? I know you said something about your weekdays so you tell me what times are good for you. And I will make sure, because since it's going to be you and Lee Max right now, so unless anybody else wants to join, we're doing members only live streams starting on Wednesday. So that's just for members only. Yeah, so it's going to start Wednesdays. I don't know. So let me know what time of night is good. Even during the day is good for me too. So both you and Lee Max are both here. So let me know what works for you guys for Wednesday. And we'll start with that. And then as more members come in, then we'll who knows where it's going to go. As long as it all happens, that's all that matters. Favorite Blackhawks goaltender was Cristobal Huet, and it's funny because I just did. Speaking of members only, I did a video for members only yesterday. Top 10 Habs goalies. My honorable mention was Cristobal Huet. Now, do I think Cristobal Huet is legitimately like number 11 goalie here ever in Montreal? No, but I really like Cristobal Huet, and I can't reach it. And that's Cristobal Huet's shirt right there. So I've got his shirt. I liked him. He had a really good record when he was here. I don't think people realize that he was a good goalie. Yeah. So it's funny that I just had him in a video. And the shirt. I want the Russian goalie. The kid is a stud. He will be available to us if we pick 8th. Oh, I would think he will be. He may get taken before that. I doubt it, though, but it was a hot take that I thought maybe Ottawa, when I did my mock draft, would take him at 3rd. But I don't know if they'll go with the goalie. I think they would take him. I don't know. I think they're going to go with offense or defense. I guess depending if the best player available is a defenseman, which would mean Jake Sanderson, I think. If only Drysdale would be there. Or if it's offense, they're going to take one of the two. That's my opinion. Let's see. Canning is okay. Yeah, that's that. Fedge, Jeff Hackett. Oh, I love that's another guy. I've talked about it in a video. I love Jeff Hackett. Don't know what it was. You know what? I think his numbers were best here in Montreal. And not that the team was better than any of the other teams he played on necessarily, but he had really good numbers here. He was just the kind of guy you liked. I like Jeff Hackett a lot. One of my favorite. I've had him in as one of my favorite Habs and one of my favorite goalies. Anthony, besides Quinton Byfield, are there any forwards above 61 that are worth taking in the top 10? The Panthers are picking around that area. You're saying 61, like 61st overall? Geez, don't ask me to go back that far. And besides Byfield in the first round, there's lots of forwards we're taking. Byfield should go second. I don't think he goes past fourth at the worst, but he should go second. Top 10. Panthers aren't they 10th? And listen, it could change, right? They could win the lottery. You don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're asking me, but if you're asking me who's going to be around in 61st, I could not tell you that far back. Please don't ask me that. Jeff is saying that's the name of her video. His daughter's video is named "No Off-Season Goalie Rules, Girls Rule." I'm telling you though, sometimes even though you have a title, if you're searching for it, if by chance, and they don't always give you the exact thing you're searching for anyway. Sometimes it's better just to post a link. But it's up to you. But everybody wants to see it. That's the title. No Off-Season Goalie Girls Rule. And while you're there, subscribe. Maybe it'll get him to do some more videos. I did. I got there. I subscribed, and I want some more videos. There's only the one. What is my opinion on John Van Beesbroek? He was a good goalie. I don't think I would like his political stance, but he was a good goalie. John Van Beesbroek. I want to see now what years were he? He was just before. He was in the 90s. Anyway, I remember him. Well, good goalie. I don't know if he's a. I don't know if he's a guy you win a cup with necessarily, but he was a good goalie, good regular season goalie. You guys must know each other, right? Dave and Michael. Joe is in the room. Hey, Joe, how's it going? I got a mod in the room. I had scrolled up. Oh, my God. Did I miss that many? No, there's Joe. I think I'm at the bottom. I don't know if I missed much. I can't really tell. Owen, he is really good. Shooting my daughter. Okay, that wasn't for me. Working all day. He is working. Okay, so we can do a special one. You guys, what are we? So tell me a day during the week that's good for both you guys. If you guys want to work it out together offline and then get back to me, I'm pretty good for whatever day. I don't want to be doing a live stream for members only and nobody shows up. So since there's only you two guys right now, I kind of need you guys to show up. So yeah, if it's not good, we can postpone it till next week. It's fine with me. If Lee's not going to be there. But NHL is good at 8 on Wednesdays, 8 o'clock at night. So we'll work this out. I'll let you guys know. I'm going to put a post in the community, members only community section. Fedge, wasn't he the cow? That wasn't from me. Okay, Big Baller. I mean, I'm not happy with your name that much, but I'll just call you Big Baller, and we'll leave it at that. And hopefully you will not be a troll. Biggest issue on the Habs. Biggest issue right now on the Habs, whether Max Domi plays or not for these upcoming play-in and playoffs. That's going to be a big issue. What do they do for center? How do they handle the whole that Max Domi is going to leave because I don't believe he's going to play? That to me is going to be a big issue and probably the biggest one. And whether or not Romanov is going to be allowed to play. Besides Quinton Byfield, are there any forwards above the height of 6'1" where we're taking in the top 10? Oh, there's a couple. I want to say, isn't Lucas Raymond one of those guys? You've got Jack Quinn. Jack Quinn could be a guy that might. I don't know if he'll go in the top 10. If it's necessary to be a forward, because Jake Sanderson is a defenseman, he is over 6'1". Off the top of my head, I know Jack Quinn is. All three guys I did that video were 6'1". So yeah, there's a few guys. There's guys out there. Jeff is from Glace Bay, the Glace Bay Blues. Do you know a group that did that song, Glace Bay Blues? But I try to make it to all the games versus the Mooseheads in Halifax. Closer drive in the winter. Oh, that's cool. You guys are lucky to see those. We don't see any junior hockey here, really. There's teams around, but I mean, not close enough for me. Monday, Wednesday, or Friday at 8. Oh, well, maybe Friday would work. Okay, so we got it. We'll do it this week. Let's do it like maybe Tuesday. I'll announce it. Look for it in the on Monday. By Monday, I'll announce if it'll be Tuesday or Wednesday at 8 in the community tab. It'll be for members only, so you'll be able to see that there, okay? But we'll do that. We'll do it at 8 o'clock, probably Tuesday. So look, figure it'll be Tuesday at 8, unless I change, but I shouldn't change. What position if you're asking me that, NHL Master, hey buddy, thanks for coming in. Is that Dallas Stars logo? Oh, so from Dallas? All right. What position would you play in the NHL? Me personally? No way. But if I was playing hockey, when I played hockey, I played defense, even though I didn't skate backwards very well. I have a feeling I'd be a defenseman. Biggest issue for the Habs is size. Oh, is that what you mean? Okay. Not many guys over 6 feet in this draft. This is true. This is true. Yeah, no, it is. Size is a problem. We could use some bigger size, which is why I think, honestly, I think if Jake Sanderson is available, that's the guy. I mean, I don't think Drysdale will be there. And Drysdale is under 6 feet. But Sanderson might be the guy. All right, Lee, so we'll do it Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Okay, Lee and NHL, Tuesday, 8 o'clock. I'll have posted, you'll see it. You'll be able to see that it's there. I think you have to, I think because it's members only, you're going to have to get it through a post on community, in the community tab anyway. I'm very good here. How about you? I'm going to take it you're in the States, so I hope whatever city you're in, you're keeping safe. The reason why I'm asking this question is because my Panthers need second and third line center, because Bergstrom is more of a fourth line center in my opinion. There's good guys. I'm telling you, anybody in the top 10 is going to be a really good prospect, if not a sure thing. They're going to be at least a really good, solid prospect. So I don't think you can really go wrong unless you really draft horribly. Why do y'all got green stuff? Oh, that's for memberships. They are members in the memberships. My membership. If you're interested in joining, I don't know, because you're new here. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate that too. But you can join the join button. If you see the video, yeah, the way you guys are seeing. So underneath it says join. If you click that, all the info is there. That's why those guys are green. Let me see now. Where was I? How much French do I know? Fluent to little. For me, I probably right now probably about 50% fluent, but I would say probably about 75, 80%. But I speak so little French these days that I've lost a little bit of it. But it comes back to you. But I don't speak much French. But I mean, I can get by. NHL Master, thanks for coming in. And come back again. I hope you come back again. Owen, I don't see why people think the Tatar and the Suzuki trade was even. Suzuki is an elite prospect, and Tatar was our leading scorer. Well, I don't know if anybody really thinks it's even, but I think Vegas got what they wanted out of the trade. They wanted a guy like Max Pacioretty. He's fitting well. I think they got what they wanted from the trade, and well, we're not complaining. I think we won that trade. I don't think that's even anyway. I think we won by far. Okay, Panthers shouldn't have traded Trocheck. I wish we had have gone after him in a trade. He would fit perfectly with Duran Gallagher. Yeah, I was. You know, when Trocheck got traded at the deadline, I was a little surprised too. I don't know why they would have done that, and I don't think they got back. Who did they get back for Trocheck? First of all, Trocheck went to Carolina. Oh, that was Eric Howla and Walmart or Wall something, right? Am I right about that? Yeah, I don't know. I thought Trocheck was fit really well with Panthers. So I was a little surprised when they traded Trocheck. But I thought Eric Howla, although he gets hurt, but Howla could be a good player for them, but I don't think he's going to re-sign there. In my opinion, do I think the NHL is better when it comes to having better representation of every race in the front office compared to the NFL? Probably not. No. Not yet. I mean, I think we're going... No, I would think actually the NFL has probably got better representation as far as for people of color, for... I don't know what other nationalities you'd have, but I think I would have to think the NFL might be better. I think the NHL kind of is mostly white guys. So, no, I think stuff like that's got to change. And I think it will. I think it will. Made my friend's house and Google Business a couple years ago, and over 1,000 people saw my picture. But they took it down. The business had 5 stars. Okay, wait. You made your friend's house in Google. I don't know. You built it? I'm not sure what you mean. Or you mean the on the online stuff? Excellent. On Google Maps. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know how to do any of that kind of stuff at all. Do I think Poehling can have a bounce-back season in the AHL? He only had 6 points in 36 games. Yeah, I mean, I would hope he's going to. You never know. Poehling might end up playing if there's injuries. He might end up playing in this playoffs if they go far at all. He'll be in the that taxi squad, I think, for sure. There was he's a Republican, I think, Poehling. He's taking a lot of flack for it, apparently, too, being a Republican. And, you know, just because you're a Republican doesn't necessarily mean you're a Trump supporter. And he took a lot of flack for it, apparently. People were really down on him and then ready to trade him. But, yeah, I think he should have a bounce-back season. I hope he does. Otherwise, he's still a little young to be calling a bust, but he's going to need to. I think Poehling and KK will spend most, if not all, of the season in the AHL. I have a feeling. The NHL is 99.9% white, unless you're talking French and Euro. No, that's what I said. I think it's all white. I think the NFL has at least they have some black and Hispanic people in front offices. Anthony, is it easier to restructure contracts in the NHL compared to other sports like baseball, football, basketball, or it is a lot harder? Oh, restructured. Do they really restructure them here? I don't know. All contracts here are guaranteed. So I would think based on the fact that, okay, for the NFL, contracts are not guaranteed completely, right? So you can restructure, be easier there. I don't really remember a lot of restructured NHL contracts. So I don't know if it's easier in any sport other than probably football. Trump is basically an independent, but we're not going to be talking about politics here tonight. I think we've all had enough about politics that we don't need to drag it into our hockey talk live stream. I don't see why we need to do that. Excuse me. Paling is a third line center at best or a floating winger that can fill in on any line. I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't know that we're at that point where we can say that's for sure yet. But I have to admit I'm a little surprised at the season he had last season, or this last one that passed. I get it, the concussion in training camp didn't help and all that, but I still was expecting more. Disappointed not seeing it, but he's still young, and a guy like Paling, it might take another year or two till he hits that stride. So I don't know. But you may be right. You may be right. Zachary, hey buddy, how's it going? My day's been okay. I can't really complain. How about you? I hope it was good, and I hope you're safe from any protests and all that stuff. I don't know where you live, although I think maybe Toronto, because if I'm correct, you like Toronto. The whole they ruined KK's development by rushing him to the NHL argument is complete BS. Don't you think? I absolutely do. First of all, I mean, okay, he's 20 now, but any player at 19 or 20, how do you call him a bust? How? It may, maybe if a guy gets to 25, 26, just as the prime is starting, maybe then you can call a guy a bust for sure, but I don't think you can call any 18, 19, 20-year-old kid a bust yet. There's no way. So, no, I still think KK is going to be pretty good. So, who's that posing as me? Did I just get hacked? Who's talking Habs other than me? Am I the only one seeing me show up there saying hello, everyone? I hope I haven't been hacked. Where was I? Okay, now I'm worried I'm being hacked. Talking Habs, who's posing as Talking Habs. You want to talk to me there? Who are you? Thunder Bay. William Buzz, WM Buzz. I'm going to say William Buzz from Thunder Bay. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in all the way from Thunder Bay. That's my dog. It's her birthday today, so she gets to bark a little bit. I think it's a totally fair assessment of KK. They did rush him, in my opinion. They may have, but he's not a bust. And that's why he's down on the farm, and he's hopefully going to progress from there. Okay, but Talking Habs, you have the same name as me. How's that? Is that odd, or is it just me? In my opinion, who's the most underrated forward in NHL history that was overshadowed by? I imagine you mean forward. That was overshadowed by Wayne Gretzky, Yager, Lindros. Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. I was on the tip. I have a player that I want to say. I'm gonna. Oh, maybe that's not. I think guys like an Adam Oates, who was like a really great player who should have had a lot more. I think a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? Probably overshadowed a little bit by those guys. Guys like that, I can't think of anybody else offhand. But that's a really good question. I would, that might be a good video, actually. I like that question. I'm going to try to think about it while I'm doing it. It's hard, but I would, off the top of my head, guys like Adam Oates. And I don't know that he's that underrated and but he's probably a little overshadowed. Who did Oates pass to in Boston? I always forget his name. I can't. I know who he is. Can't think of his name. Okay, Adam Oates, Boston Bruins when he was with Boston, because in St. Louis it was Hull. In Boston it was, what's his name? I can't remember his name. But thanks for talking, Habs. You have me a little flustered here because that's my name. But thanks for subscribing. Did I just subscribe to my own channel? I don't know. It feels weird. Just a duplicate name profile. Don't sweat it. Yeah, I don't want to be Cam Neely. Thank you, Jeff. Cam Neely. Stevie Y. Stevie Y. Is he underrated though? I mean, but I guess I guess guys like that, like Luke Robitaille, even though he played with Gretzky. Pat LaFontaine. Dale Howard. Chuck, am I getting there? I don't know why I didn't want to show your comment. It hid your comment. Steve Yzerman. They think Yzerman's a bad word, I guess. NHL hockey. Thanks. I appreciate that. Actually, Gordy Goalie. I guess it's Gordy Goalie. He's the guy from England. He's a goalie. He was telling me that he thought I was spot on, which it's nice to hear. But I did my research. I went through all the lists. And I pulled out the best records. I mean, I haven't seen some of the guys play, but I pulled out from the best records. And yeah, I did the research, which is something that's different for, if you watch me like 6 months ago and before that, I didn't always do such good research like I do today. A lot of stuff was off the top of my head or quickly researched. But this time, yeah, I did my research on that. It took a couple of hours. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate that you enjoyed it. And if anybody's wondering what we're talking about, I did the I did best skaters from all 31 teams' histories and best goalie, all 31 teams through their history, with honorable mentions and special stuff. And then there's teams with, transferred franchises. So I tried to give a best from each franchise. So I had fun with it. They're long though. First one, the skaters, was shorter. I think it was like 28 minutes. The goalies was 32 minutes. But for some reason, I had a lot more to say about the goalies. Like I knew a lot more about them for some reason. I don't know why that would be, but I did. I had a lot more to say. Most underrated Habs prospect. I think it's Cam Hillis. Oh, that's a good. And surprisingly, I think you might be right. I think you might have hit him on the head there. And I'll give you one more right now because of the injury is Teasdale, Joel Teasdale. I think between those three, one of them is the most underrated because I think you hear such great things about Norlinder, but nobody seems to think that that's serious. So I think he's underrated except for people that are in the know. Cam Hillis, I didn't do a video on him over last season. Every week I said, do a video on Cam Hillis to myself, and I never got around to it. I'm probably a little late to get started at it now, but eventually I'll do one. And Teasdale, everybody forgets Teasdale's a prospect because he got hurt, and he's back practicing. At least he'll be playing soon enough, but I think he gets very underrated. Wait, we have the same channel name. Well, it can't be that you have the same channel name as me. Unless, did you steal my channel while I'm on live on air? Did you hack me and steal me? Because it's on, we're on camera now. It's recorded. I'll just go play it back to them. I'd say, this guy stole it. Serious? You have a Talking Habs channel as well? That's It's disturbing somewhat. That's a little disturbing. I have to go check this out. So that's what I'm doing right now, guys. It's just somewhat disturbing. My channel's the only one that comes up, so I don't see anybody else with that. And I can't click on anybody here. But how did he, Jeff, I get that, but how does he get my name like that? How do you change your name like that? Are you able to do that? Anyways, so it's like looking in a mirror. Is that what it is? I'm looking in a mirror. Okay, so should I be worried about this guy trolling me with the same name? Sir Lilius Peeper, yes, of course. With a name like that, how did I forget you? I love that name. That's a great name. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Which channel is better, Talking Habs or Talking Habs? Yeah. So what do I do here? Is any do I have any mods in here? Okay, let's get opinion. What do I do with my Talking Habs troll? I'm good, Sir Lilius. I'm very good. I'm very good. Have a troll to deal with. He has my name. Can I please read your comment from before? Keith Kachuk. I see Keith Kachuk. What other comment? In my opinion, I did that. We came up with a whole bunch of them. You're talking about the underrated player. We came up with a whole bunch of them. I had Pat LaFontaine, Luc Robitaille. I can't remember them even, but there's a few, and we came up with a few of them. Okay, so in everybody's opinion, we should be bye, troll. The troll has gone. Okay, let's get back to Anthony. So, yeah, it was, who did I have? See, I can't remember mine. I spoke them out. Since I have no more comments, I'm gonna scroll back and see what I said. Oh, there, Steve Eiserman was one. Cam Neely, Adam Oates, those kind of guys. Them's the kind of guys there. To keep these minor league teams for hockey and junior teams in business, do you think NHL teams should buy the teams? Well, it's a good question. No, I don't think they can afford to buy the teams, but I think maybe there's gonna be some kind of for the AHL teams, 19 of the AHL teams are sponsored or owned by the league teams, but there's 12 of them that are independent. So they might not be able to play next season if there's no fans in the stands. Things like that. Now I know that the NHL teams sponsor those minor league teams, so maybe they have to up how much they give them. I mean, I don't know. There's going to have to be a way to keep, because in the NHL, if you don't have your minor league teams, you don't have that feeder system to feed the NHL team. So I don't know how that'll work. Hey, Lee Max, thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks, and I'll see you Tuesday night Just going to be me, you, and NHL. It's going to be kind of weird, just the three of us, but it'll be fun. Hey, have a good night, NHL. You too. See you Tuesday. We're going to do Tuesday for sure. Tuesday night at 8. And I'll look for your Makar video. All right. So I might take that as my voice is starting to go. I'm out of I don't want to say. Hey, look at that! I've got more thumbs up than I have people in the room. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen. That's funny. Thanks everybody for giving me the thumbs up. They help the algorithm. It definitely does. NHL, glad you enjoyed it, and thanks for being a member, and thanks for always being there. And I know you're more often than not the first one watching the videos when I put them out. Yeah, we'll have a good time. I'm not worried, and you never know. We might have a member or two more to add in there. You never know. What do I think the Habs are going to do with Hugh Daw? I think they're going to let him go to the KHL if that's where he wants to go, unless he does something spectacular in these in the playing round. I don't see it happening. I don't see what would make them change their mind, but I don't think they're going to re-sign him. Who is the greatest skater in Panthers history for my ranking? I don't know if I know the Panthers well enough, but I'm going to say probably my favorite Panther ever to have watched, and I named him as the greatest Panther, the greatest player the Panthers had, and that's Pavel Bure. I could be wrong as far as his skating, but if I remember, he looked like a good skater to me. Greatest skater. So I think Pavel Bure is my nominee. Now I'm going to ask it back to you. How did you get back? Hang on, guys. I want you. Hide a user from the chat. How did they get back? I hit him. How did he get back? Okay. For the Panthers, was that what I was talking about? The Panthers, yeah, the skater, yeah. Pavel Bure was, I think, he was a great skater. So let me know, Anthony. Back on you. Who do you think was the greatest skater in Panthers history? I want to know your opinion. No, but they need to subsidize them. I guess that's what I'm saying. Give them a little more money in the sponsorship, not buy them. I know they can't buy them, but they do have to subsidize them. I think, at least in the first couple of seasons, until the fans can get back in their stands. I mean, NHL teams need their minor leagues more than any other sport, without a doubt. It's not even a question. It's the only sport that really has that system of feeding. No, baseball does too. That's true. What am I talking about? But baseball and hockey, they really need the minor league teams. The way Trudeau is handing out money, maybe taxpayers will have a stake in all the junior teams. Listen, it might be important enough to do. Do I think Juleson is going to be the same after all those concussions? It's a good question. We're going to find out. He's ready to play. He's really ready to go. We're going to find out as soon as he's able to play. How does this guy keep getting back to my channel? What's going on? Anybody got an answer to that? How is this Talking Habs guy keeping able to come back after I hide him? I'm curious. Because I don't understand. Do I think Jules? No. So Juleson, I don't know. I think he is going to have to play a little bit. That's why I don't think Juleson, we should really expect him to play in Montreal till at least he's had half a season in the AHL. I would want to see him be able to play half a season and be fine and all that. I think. Plus he's rusty, and I think I would want to see him play. Stephen Weiss, really? Okay, maybe because skating wise, maybe he was. I would not have thought of Stephen Weiss. Weiss. Okay. You were a Panthers fan. You would know better than me. How many channels can be created with Talking Habs? So what do I do to? I got to report him. Okay, I think I can report this. Just hang on a second. I am trying to decide how to call it. Okay, choose one. I'm going to choose. This is harassment. Okay, I don't know. I hope I didn't report myself. Okay, well, you know what we're gonna do though with this guy? Talking Habs. I guess I'm harassing myself, but since it's we're almost at the end, we're just gonna end it. So we'll end his. I'll answer Jeff. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore it by it because it's at the end anyway. Why put up with this and why give him any time? Thoughts on Krug signing maybe with Montreal? Depending on what kind of money he wants, I think it would be good. He's not big, so anybody who's talking about size, I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but he's definitely capable. He's proven commodity, so I like it. I don't know if it'll happen, but I like it. What is my opinion on the Max Kellerman? Go watch my Anthony. I'm only going to say this. I just put out a news of the day video. If you want to know the answer to that, go watch because I talk about him. He gets my first ever award. Go see which award it was. I don't want to talk about it anymore than that and ruin it. But it's funny that you talked about it right at the end. So I'm going to end it here so that Talking Habs can go back to his mother's basement, I guess, and have his dinner. I don't know what's up with him. But we're only a little bit short of normal. Unless, because I'm at the end and this guy is just going crazy. But I do address Max Kellerman. He gets my first ever Something of the Week award. Book. What does book mean? What do you mean by book? Book, I'm going. If you mean book, like get out of here, I'm getting out of here. So listen, we'll be back next Saturday. Hopefully we'll have a less crazy week, but we'll definitely be back next Saturday. Same time, same bat channel, same guy sitting here. And I hope to see you all back. Not Talking Habs imposter there. I hope he doesn't come back. He's just a pain in the ass, which that might excite him that I said that. I don't know. These guys work on they do this for funny reasons. I don't know. So I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for everybody for coming in. I really appreciate it. Sorry I'm babbling now. It's crazy. For Fedge, especially Fedge, Anthony, thank you guys for the super chats. I really do appreciate that. It really does help. I'm actually going to get my first payment at the end of this month. So it's really cool. And this goes for hopefully next month. But I really appreciate that, you guys. And hopefully you guys will continue watching my videos because without you guys watching them, there's no need for me to be making them. So take it easy. Have a great week, everybody. And I'll see you next Saturday. And I'll stop babbling now because that's what it's going to end up being. Take it easy, everybody.